Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our short training, Mitch and Donna Mastermind. And this is Donna coming at you live from our home office here in beautiful, sunny Costa Rica. The topic of the day is going to be how to use storytelling to enhance your marketing efforts. Now, as we all know, people have been using stories as a way to teach and pass on valuable information and communicate since the beginning of time, right? And when you think about it, long before there were even written languages, people just used stories, and they used stories to pass on history and culture from generation to generation. Now, I want you just to picture your favorite relative or one of your best friends that you just love to be around because they will go into a story and they will explain it to you and they will give you all the details, and you just actually feel like you were there and you love being around that person. Why? Because we're wired to respond to stories with an immediate connection, and we love the emotional reaction that we start feeling as they're telling stories. So when you think about it, and as you're looking at your marketing and you think that it feels a little dull, or it may seem uninspiring or boring, remember that person that you just thought about, the greatest storyteller that you can think of, and consider using stories to enhance your marketing communication. Now, stories are particularly appealing to the millennial generation, and those are, I like to call them the digital people. They like to use the internet, they're consuming entertainment online, and they look to the World Wide Web to find and connect with other people that are like them. So what we're going to discuss are the fact that stories are a powerful way to connect with your audience. And following, I'm going to give you 5 ways to use storytelling in content marketing, okay? And the first way number 1, use visuals to enhance your story. The human brain is visually oriented. In fact, there were some studies that I were looking at, and they estimate that over 90% of our communication is nonverbal, which I totally believe that. Marketing research has shown that blog posts featuring imagery are about 180% more engaging than those posts or blogs that do not include imagery. And many popular social media platforms, we all know what they are: Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and so forth, prominently feature visual media and are a perfect vehicle for visual storytelling. Number 2, what you want to use are traditional story structure. So when we are conditioned and we're listening to a story, we expect to hear the beginning of the story, you want to hear the middle of the story, and then you want to hear the end. You always want to hear what happened. Now, if you neglect story structure, your audience will know that something just isn't right or something is missing, and you just won't be able to connect your story or your message the way that you had intended. So use action and conflict to make your story exciting, and change your tone so it's not a boring sounding story. You just want it to be exciting and memorable, okay? Number three is to use unforgettable characters to bring your stories to life and fill them with personality. So many very successful high profile advertiser campaigns feature great characters. Think of Geico. When you think of Geico, you think of the gecko, right? Think of things like Bud Ice, the penguin. You think of the penguin. Spud McKenzie or Mayhem from Allstate. And if you watch enough of the commercials, there are endless ones, and I can go on and on, but just know that my point is great characters make us laugh or root for them, and most importantly, they are memorable. You want people to remember your stories so you can as you're marketing yourself. Number 4, tell the truth. And this is so very important. Stories need to have a strong foundation in truth for your brand, okay? So they should enhance the rest of your marketing message and be consistent with your marketing efforts. You do not want to confuse your audience. Confusion is the fastest way to just kill your brand. So use creativity to craft an entertaining and engaging story, but don't let it cause you to stray far from what your brand message is, okay? The next one, number 6, is leave something to the imagination. Leave something to the imagination. Try to create cliffhangers in your story that will keep your customers coming back for more. So consider writing a long story form and publishing chapters on your blog in a series instead of, just one long one. Just break them up into a blog series. And customers will tune in each and every week just to find out what's happening next. Some people find that the prospect of creating creative writing intimidating, and it's really not. So however, it is easy for you to create stories if you know where to look for the ideas. And here are some ways to find some inspiring marketing stories for you. So don't forget the classics. Look to classic literature for themes, timeless characters, and storylines. If you refer back to well-known stories from classics, you will easily connect your customers because they'll be already familiar with the characters and the stories and the examples that you'll be using. But be careful with this approach. Don't quote like recent literature or select material that is in the public domain. It is safest to use stories that are like 70 years old or older. If you are unsure, don't use the story. You can also use classic literature as a jumping off point to create your own unique story. Now, look inside your company and at your customers. Many startups feature stories about their product inspirations or in the early days, how they struggled in a garage or a basement, or ways that customers connected with their products. People absolutely love to root for the underdogs. Entrepreneurs, we're just faced with incredible odds to build the companies that we build, and these obstacles make for great, relatable underdog stories. So when handling properly, stories are a very powerful way to bring marketing messages to life, to entertain and to inform customers, and create deep connections with your audience. If you use photos or illustrations, give your story structure, create memorable characters, tell the truth, and leave something to the imagination. You'll create stronger ties with your audience and improve your conversions. We release Mitch and Donna Mastermind new internet marketing videos weekly, so come back often for our new videos, or better yet, if you just click the subscribe button below, and you'll be notified of our new educational videos as soon as they come out. Thank you again for watching, and you have a great day.